This is the advice that I got from a branding and marketing magnate who had created well over multiple billions of dollars of revenue from products and joint ventures and things like this. This guy was absolutely amazing and his advice blew my mind. Driven Mofos, welcome back to another episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Michael Mojo. I'm the founder of Mojo Human Performance Institute, where we focus on business, mindset, and lifestyle hacking for driven mofos. And the reason why I do these episodes is that most people will waste their life, and I just don't want you to be one of them. All right, so let's talk about last week. I was in the car. I picked up a mate of mine and a past client who is probably one of the world's top branding experts. Now, this guy had created, his list of achievements is a mile long. But he was the founder of Battle of the Sexes board game. He is also the person who put together the Block Monopoly board game. For those of you in Australia and watch The Block, the TV show, has also done joint ventures with McDonald's with their Monopoly board games and stuff like that. He is also the owner of the Hollywood sign in LA. So he actually owns the naming rights to the Hollywood sign in LA. And so every time anyone uses that for marketing or branding purposes or in movies, they have to pay him a royalty. So he is a client of mine and a good friend, but he's just created some absolute brilliant marketing and branding moves in his career. At the moment, he is putting together a huge deal with Netflix where they are going to live stream almost like board games through Netflix. So I think at the moment he's raised $50 million and got people like Damon John from the Shark Tank and the founder of Fubu Clothing on board. So just absolutely genius guy. He also owns Helystar Helicopters here in South Australia, or was the founder of that company with his old business partner. So Shane flies around in a helicopter everywhere. Some days he just randomly messages me and says, do you want to go to Kangaroo Island in South Australia for lunch? Unfortunately, I haven't been able to because I'm normally always busy. He does it last minute. But anyway, let's get into the story. So this is the advice that he gave me, which was absolutely, I really needed to hear. And it was because we're scaling our business and we're going through this stage where we've gone through it a few times where we've hired a heap of staff, hired managers. And in the past, we'd always hired in desperation where, we just needed somebody. So we rushed the job ad out, rushed through the interview process and ended up with someone that I ended up either having to fire or who resigned. And we've just really struggled to get good staff who can come on board and both have a skills alignment and they're highly skilled at what we need done. And the second thing is that they have this amazing cultural alignment as well. So a lot of the time we're bringing on people who are culturally aligned, but not so much skills aligned. And so I'm having to put a lot of effort and energy into training them and developing them. And I get frustrated because I'm paying them and, they're not delivering and so on. So I asked Shane, I said, Shane, you've got all these projects on the go. He told me about 5 or 6 projects in the car because I picked him up to go to our business breakfast. So for those of you who haven't joined our No BS Business Hacks group on Facebook, jump in there, check it out because I invited pretty much everybody from there who lives in Adelaide to come to this business breakfast because I knew that there was going to be some absolutely amazing people there and some really high performers. So anyway, I picked up Shane and I'm on the way down there and I said, Shane, look, you've got all these projects on the go. You just finished telling me about you're doing this Hollywood theme thing for the 100-year anniversary for the Hollywood sign. So mate, look, you run that. You've got all these other businesses that you're doing, the Netflix live streaming stuff. You've got 5 or 6 other deals on the go. Plus you've got to run, aviation school, helicopter company, blah, 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 like all of this stuff. How do you do it? Like, how do you make sure that the team are on board? And he said, Michael, when you think about onboarding someone and when you think about your staff, he said, what I learned years ago was that I used to be quite erratic because I am a very highly creative person. I see opportunities. I'm a really good problem solver. And that's what opens up these opportunities. But he said, the problem is that for everybody else, they're not entrepreneurial. And he said, most people think that they're entrepreneurial. Most people think that they can run a business. But the truth is that most people aren't business owners and most people aren't entrepreneurial. And so because of that, the skill sets that they have aren't the same. And so he said, I'm very adaptable. I'll work any hour. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and do phone calls to the US if I need to. I can pretty much run on this erratic schedule and I'm completely fine with it. In fact, it's quite normal. And he said, I'm quite good at problem solving and seeing these opportunities, but most people aren't like that. So he said, when I used to have these crazy ideas and I would run into my team and say, hey, look, let's do this, this, and this. The team were confused about whether their project was the project that they're currently working on or this new project or how they were going to fit everything in. And so they became erratic and then work would just fall apart. Things wouldn't get done. I would get pissed off because now I've got 2 unfinished projects. No one knows what's going on. Leadership didn't know how to drive the team forward. And he said, Michael, I want you to think about this in the future when you're thinking of new ideas and new projects. He said, what I do now is I isolate myself in a room with a whiteboard and I will whiteboard out my ideas. Then I will sit there and think through them all until I can structure it in some way. And then sometimes I bring on other people that are quite good and can work with me on structuring a project and a process together so that then we can deliver it to the team. And he said, I will never deliver it to the team until I've thought through it well enough that I can delegate it to them and they can run with it. Because he said, back in the past when I used to have these ideas, the team didn't know how to problem solve it, how to open up these opportunities. And so it would just create chaos. And so he said, I want you to think about this in the future. When you're teaching a child how to ride a push bike, the first thing that you do is you hold the seat and you get them pedaling. And eventually they get their balance enough where they can start pedaling almost by themselves without falling off. But you still have to hold the seat for a while until they get enough momentum where you can let go of the bike seat and they will ride in a straight line. He said the team are exactly like that as well. Most entrepreneurial type people will come up with these crazy ideas and then just expect their team to run with it. But essentially what they've done is they've put someone who doesn't have any momentum or any balance on the push bike, and then all of a sudden they wonder why they fall off the bike. He said it's the same as in your business. You need to hold that seat, make sure you're guiding everybody until they get that momentum, and then let them go, and then they'll run with it and do what you need to do. So he said, my recommendation is to make sure you whiteboard everything out first, have someone you can bounce ideas off of, and then really get clear on what you want, the deliverables, all of that sort of stuff, where then you can work with the team, and you might work with them over a couple of month process to get everybody running and on track, where then you can let it go, and then you just need to check in with them at certain points. It might be weekly, it might be daily, or something like that, just to check that they're on track, and then the deliverables should be fine. And then you get used for the problem solving and the creative aspects of the project. And that's about it. He said, normally I will just come in, problem solve, open up any opportunities that I need to, and then I just let everyone do their job. The reason why I wanted to share this, and I actually wrote quite a big long post about this in our No BS Business Hacks Facebook group as well, which, like I said before, if you haven't joined, just jump across. If you type in the search bar, No BS Business Hacks, you'll find it in there and it'll come up. It's free to join. But what I've done is this month, we are going through and really talking about how to make sure you onboard the right team. And so every day I'm posting something with tips, tools, strategies, processes that you can download and use in your business to be able to get that momentum moving with your team. Because I think probably one of the biggest stresses for scaling business owners is just onboarding that right team and making sure you're attracting the right people into your business. Something that I struggled with for a long, long time. We're starting to get on top of it now, but that's the reason why I asked Shane that question. So anyway, I hope that helps Driven Mofos. If it does, jump across to any of my socials. Let me know about it as well. I would love to hear from you. It's been great getting feedback from some of you as well, and just letting me know what episodes you like, what episodes are great, because then that helps me to deliver more content that I know is helping people in the community, either on their mindset or in their business. Now, my expertise is human behavior, so I love really that whole human behavior element of business and also helping people to perform better. So I would love to hear from you as well. My social media threads are Michael Mojo 00 on all social media platforms apart from Instagram. You just need to change the zeros and the O's around because someone hacked my Instagram account. I couldn't get the domain name back. So just Michael Mojo 00 on all platforms. If you're on Instagram, just change the zeros and the O's around and you'll see me pop up. But if you type in Michael Mojo, it'll pop up anyway. Also, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been sharing these episodes with their friends, with their family. I'm seeing them pop up all over Instagram, all over LinkedIn. And I've been tagged lately in a couple of Facebooks as well where people have shared this. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you everybody out there who's been doing that as well. It keeps me inspired and it also makes a difference because we are helping more and more people with these episodes. Anyway, stay tuned, stay driven, and have a great day. Driven Mofos, keep kicking massive goals. I'll see you on the next episode.